Okay, so sorry, I'm still kind of like coming down from that, having to deal with Duriel and those basically corpse bomb him in a way. So I finished doing my skill points, doing stuff with the cube and the stuff in my stash. I was trying to decide what to put into my helm. I ended up deciding to go ahead and use this Flawless Topaz, which gives a 20% extra increase to better chance of getting magic items. Hopefully I'll be able to get some other yellows like, gloves and boots and such. I was realizing that one of the reasons why these two are still apparently good is because if you look here, the extra defense this has is based on your character level. So as I'm leveling, it gets better, which I think is actually pretty cool when you think about it. So hopefully this will increase our chance of getting some better stuff going into the next act while we're going through the next act anyway. I also bought an item from Farah that had a couple of stats and put it on the ground and then used that to summon the Iron Golem. I really wish I could be able to actually look at his stats or whatever so I can be able to see that he actually did gain the stuff from that piece of gear that I used to make him, but because it doesn't seem like there's any way to actually do that unless, hold on a second. Doesn't really seem like it actually shows you hey, your Iron Golem can do this, but whatever. So yeah, redid my points here, so we're basically back to normal, except for basically my points here, but that's something I can, I guess, worry about later. So, anyways. Now that we've done that, I also restocked up on potions, as you can see here, so. So now, what do you guys say we head to Act 3?
Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kurast. I haven't been there for several years, but rumor has it things are pretty grim.
You don't say.
Warrive is a good friend. We've shared many tales, he and I. If we had it all to do over again, I believe we'd both be explorers of some renown.
There we go. And that wraps up Act 2. So, I've heard that Act 3 is an act a lot of people don't like because of the gameplay irritations it has. We'll see how it goes once we get there. But I've also heard that it's actually very lore relevant because, as you probably picked up on, we're heading to Kurast, which is very much going to have to do with the Church of the Zakarum. I'll give you a reminder when we get there as to why that's a big deal, especially if you are either playing as a paladin or if you have played a crusader in Diablo 3. But before we talk about that, what do you say we sail there, but before we actually reach our destination, let's watch an awesome cinematic.
My companion drew in the dank, cold air of the tomb. It seemed to strengthen him. I stood in the doorway between light and dark. What was left of my sanity implored me not to enter. But that voice was just a whisper now. As we worked our way down, deeper and deeper into the crypt, I began to see a change in my companion. He seemed to be gaining strength. I could hardly see in the gloom, but my companion seemed to know the way. We came at last to a great hall. It was then I realized my companion hadn't been gaining strength. He had been losing what was left of his humanity. He moved with demonic speed, and then you appeared.
Stop! The beast contained herein shall not be set free, not even by you. Just ensured the doom of this world. You cannot even begin to imagine what you've set in motion this day. Go to the Temple of Light in the eastern city of Karas. There you will find the gate to hell opened before you. You must find the courage to step through that gate, Maris. Take the stone you hold to the Hellforge, where it will be destroyed. Now run. Take the stone and run!
I ran.
Greetings.
So, yeah. Awesome cinematic. I'm just gonna say that, I kind of prefer Bale's appearance the way he is here in the base game compared to how he looks in Act 5. Like, I thought the whole him, kind of being Tal Rasha's almost mummified body at that point, the way he had decayed, and kind of changed at that point with, also having, like those extra, like, limbs and such, kind of similar to how Tyrell's wings are, Plus, the thing is, I also like Bale's character in terms of his personality. We'll see more of this at the end of Act 4 and at the beginning of Act 5. But I just don't really like the appearance they gave him in Act 5, where he just looks like this strange combination of some kind of spider thing with a lower body, and then upwards he looks strange to me. I've never really liked that. I prefer how he looked like in that cinematic, and we'll see him again at the end of this act as well. But that's just me. I would have preferred if they actually kind of kept with what they were teasing at the end of Act 4, but we'll get there. Yeah. It's just kind of something I think would have worked out a little better compared to what they ended up doing, even, but whatever. Yeah, pretty sweet cinematic. Yeah. So, we are in Kurast. Hello. Ratley?
Welcome to Karas, traveler. Few come willingly to this ancient city anymore. I hope you brought your wits with you, for sanity is in short supply here. My name is Ratley. I am a sorcerer skilled in metalwork. It'd be a pleasure to help you. I don't have many customers these days. As you can see, the populace has been brutally decimated by the forces of Mephisto. The canals run red with blood, and demons roam the land. The wretched jungle hell has already reclaimed much of Karast. The only safety you'll find is here at the dockside, where a magical warding holds the jungle evils at bay. But I don't know how long it will last. To make matters worse, the children of Zakharum are in league with the forces of Mephisto. The Zakharum have concentrated their power in the temple city of Travancore, located within Karast deep in the jungle wilderness. It's true, their zeal is unmatched, but I say the so-called warriors of light are nothing more than the twisted puppets of a hidden hand. Ormus is a man of many mysteries. I sense strong magic about him, but he's never spoken of it to me.
Okay. So welcome to Kuros. What's funny is that this is actually supposed to be kind of a part of the city. And it doesn't really seem or feel that way, does it? Well, there's kind of a reason for that. There are a few cool characters in this act. Like this one here. Ormus.
You now speak to Ormus. He was once a great mage, but now lives like a rat in a sinking vessel. You have questions for Ormus, and doubt in yourself. Ormus sees a strange dichotomy in you, as he does in all would-be heroes. Speak to him, and he may grant you wisdom in turn. Or turn from him and seek wisdom in thyself. Greetings. Ratley suspects that Ormus is a mage. He can suspect whatever he wants. Ormus will not show him the true magic.
In case you can't tell, Ormus likes to speak in the third person. But he's cool. At least that's the impression that we get from him. Ashira!
Hello there. You must be a great adventurer to risk coming here. My name's Ashira, and I lead the mercenary band of mages known as the Iron Wolves.
Yeah.
We've been hunting down demons in the jungle for months, but no matter how many of them we kill, they just keep coming. Seems this whole place has been overrun by evil. Rumor has it that you've come here to help. If that's true, then I'll let you hire some of my mercenaries. But be careful. If you piss them off, they can be worse than those monsters out in the jungle.
So yes, if you played Diablo 3, this is the same Ashira that we encounter in Act 2. That was kind of the little, like, hey, you know, connection to in Diablo 3 where people saw Ashira and they were like, hey, it's the Ashira from Diablo 2, you know, obviously 20 years older. So,
what do you need?
But yeah, she is the one that you go to if you want to get the mercs. Now, here in Act 3, the mercs are basically mages. You can be able to get ones that have like Fireball, Inferno, Charge Bolt, Lightning, Ice Blast, Frozen Armor, Glacial Spike. So if you're wanting a spellcaster for your group, then you can be able to go ahead and grab that. I would rather not, since I actually prefer this guy here with his constant healing that he provides, but that's just me. I imagine that would actually work well with some other classes, but I'm just going to go ahead and stick with what I've got for now. But in case you're wondering, this is how Ormus was back then. And then Cain is over here.
Greetings. I've not set foot in glorious Kurast for many years, but I never would have imagined it could be so corrupted. Certainly this must be Mephisto's work. You'd best get going, my friend. Diablo and Bale are still out there, and you must find them. Ormus would like you to think him mad. Better to watch his actions than listen to his words.
So there's the stash, there's the waypoint. And this is Alcor.
Damn it! I wish you people would just leave me alone. Oh, you're a necromancer, aren't you? I've heard that your kind use powerful potions and such to wake the dead and control spirits. I'd love to discuss what components you use sometime. I am Alcor the Alchemist. I dabble in potions and salves myself, and I can sell you some if you really need them. Feel free to drop by anytime.
From what I can tell, Alcor is actually a pretty cool character.
Oh, Ormus has been talking in riddles for years. I think he does it to cover up the fact that he's got nothing intelligent to say.
I like Alcor. But yeah, you can go to him to get, doesn't really have other potions, it looks like.
What do you need?
But you can also go to him for gambling if you want. I've also heard some people say that they hear Alcor talk and they think, oh, it's racist to do an accent like that. Now, I don't know if the voice actor playing Alcor is of that same ethnicity, but at the same time, it's not like actors have to be a specific ethnicity to play a character of a specific ethnicity. Because people like Hank Azaria have been voicing Apu on The Simpsons for years. And I don't really recall people making a fuss about a white man voicing a Indian man. And when it comes to voice acting, it really comes down to how well you can actually be able to do the voice of the character. Like, to me, it's not really should be a matter of what Azaria's ethnicity or skin color is. It's how well and talented of a voice actor he is. If he's able to pull off doing that voice better than other voice actors, it shouldn't matter what his ethnicity or skin color is. Am I making sense? That's my take on it. So, to me, it really shouldn't matter who the voice actor is for Alcor. If that's what the developers wanted the voice actor to do for this character, because I guess that's, if you look at Alcor, I guess he's supposed to be that type of character or ethnicity or person, and they wanted the voice actor to be able to actually pull that off, then if that's what they were going for, then great job to him. So that's my take on it. As someone who actually has tried to do, you guys hear me do voices in my videos all the time. It's kind of just one of those things where it's, yeah. If whether or not you're able to actually pull it off. So this is Natalia.
Greetings, hero. I've heard of your exploits and I'm quite impressed. Very few mortals are capable of dealing with the three and their minions as you have. My name is Natalia. I am a hunter of evil, part of an ancient order sworn to hunt down corrupted sorcerers. If I could, I would gladly join your quest to stop the three. But I must wait here for further news. I can't predict what will happen, but the danger is greater than we can know. Until I receive my orders, I'll assist you with the information I have.
Remember, she joins us, or rather, she becomes a playable class when Lord Destruction came out, because the assassin we can actually play is this character right here, Natalia. That has actually been revealed and announced, and is information out there when it comes to trying to look up the actual in-lore names and characters, because at the end of this she's supposed to hint that she's heading to Ariat. Doesn't necessarily tell us why. It was basically a hint as to what was to come in Lord of Destruction, with her becoming a playable class, and of course Lord of Destruction and Ariat becoming a thing in that expansion. And it does make me want to get my assassin here, so I can see what her interactions with her are like.
Hello. Ashira, Well, she's a tough-talking mage, but I'd wager she's never faced true evil. Pampering drunken mercenaries is one thing, but standing face-to-face with a hellspawn demon is another.
Alright, so... I think that's everybody. Get in there. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering... What else was I considering other than the topaz for the skull? Or the helm here? I was considering the skull. Because you can see there it regenerates both mana and health. So, yeah. I was very much torn between the topaz and the skull. If I get another armor piece, like, you know, this right here, with a socket, then I'll probably go ahead and put a skull in there. So I can also be able to get constant regen. What? Hey, Diablo! Hey! Hey! Hey, don't block away from me, I'm talking to you! Hey, now, he's just being rude. So, you guys ready to see a lot of jungle? Jungle and trees and water and jungle. And this act features the enemy type in this game. There they are! The fetishes! The enemy type that many people to this day say is their least favorite enemy to do in this game. What's funny is that they will, of course, be able to actually become our pets when we play witch doctors in Diablo 3. Suckers. These are called suckers when they're basically just giant mosquitoes. I don't know about you, but I hate mosquitoes in general. But these are mosquitoes that are the size of a dog. Like a big dog. What was that one there? Ice Flame. Oh! Okay. I have heard about, yeah, the golden bird. I have heard about this, that this is actually something that has an RNG chance to actually drop. It actually dropped just right now. I've heard that some people have to spend time actually farming to try and actually get it to drop for this. I've also heard that there's a number of actually optional quests, I think, or rather a few of the quest structure in this act is rather interesting in comparison to the other acts because, well, let's just say it almost feels like they were kind of starting to try and wrap things up in this act by the time they got to it in comparison to what they were doing with Act 1 and 2. You know? Was that a well or a waypoint? I think that was just a well. Oh, hey, refilling shot. We'll see how long my iron golem goes. Figured I would go ahead and get something in order to make him, and then see how long he's able to go. some gold here. There we go. Let's make our way back. After my minions clear this up, of course. Clear this up, minions. We have places to go. Oh, lovely. A big giant poison trap. Now, their proper name is, of course, the fetishes. I've heard some people refer to them just as pygmies. And, of course, they do the blow darts. I love playing a witch doctor in D3, so I'm very familiar with how they work in D3. So, seeing them like this, I'm like, mm-hmm. Ooh. Grab that. I'll grab that. I can't cross the water. Grab this too. Yeah, it was just a well. Kane.
Back in Loot Ghislaine, Meshif told me he had a fondness for jade figurines. On his trading voyages, he collected an odd assortment of such small statues. I would show him your figurine.
Show Meshif.
Hello.
Huh. Firebolt. Poison and bone skills. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of extra stuff there. Gonna stash this away. Gonna go ahead and just Alright, so let's use the waypoint here. Back to Loot Ghislaine.
Thank all that's...
I cut her off, but that was interesting that she was like, oh, you actually have made it back from Karas or something like that. I don't know.
You should be thankful that I don't charge you for ferrying you across the sea. I've been all around the sea.
Was he, like, there? You know what? He was. I probably didn't even notice him when we got there to the dock in Act 3. Oops. Yep, he's back over here. Derp.
Well, I gave you my word and brought you here as promised. But by all that's still holy, I wish I'd never returned to this accursed place. This fetid jungle can't be the fair Kurast I left behind. I don't know what all this evil is, my friend, but it's obvious that you must stop it. I only pray that you can before the jungle consumes the last vestiges of my beloved homeland. Praise you. That jade figurine will complete the set I was collecting. Here, I've had this statuette of a golden bird for years, but I consider it a fair exchange.
Ask Kane about the golden bird?
I've read legends about a sage named Kuile, who studied the mysteries of life beyond death. If I remember correctly, his ashes were ensconced within a golden statuette. It was a very strange tale. I've read legends about a...
Give the golden bird to Alcor.
Greeting. Ah, the golden bird of Kuile. Thank you, my friend. Busy yourself while I experiment with the ashes within it. Then return and see what I've made for you. I hope you don't object to my badgering the witless. Good day. I hope you don't object to my...
Doesn't he badger me? Anyways. Alright, so we have some jungle to go through here in Act 3, and we will probably be going through this place and figuring out what's going on when we come back. Stay tuned!